All right, you guys. Give me 1 second. Hold on, be sure that you guys can hear me. I guess that you guys are listening to my phone, because I definitely do want to have a conversation with you guys. I'm kind of just arose. All right, y'all. All right. Hello, everybody. Hello. Okay, so I definitely want to have a conversation with y'all real quick, just about something real quick that kind of just came across my table real quick. So a few things that I kind of want to. Oh, my homegirl texted me. Hold on, y'all. All right, you guys. Sorry. 1 second. My bun is dropping. Hold on. Okay. So very sorry, I was just kind of just getting myself together. Hold on, let me put off. All right, sorry, you guys. Get myself together real quick. Hold on, y'all, because somebody about to walk by. Hey, we are back, and I definitely do want to talk to you guys this morning about something. Give me a second. Somebody walking by, and I don't want to get them on my thing. They already walked by. Okay, they're walking by now. Hold on. All right, me good. Damn it. See, that's why I don't like when I hold on, y'all. Let me fix my phone. Oh, sorry, you guys. Let me turn my retouch on. Sorry, you guys. I feel like I'm kind of foggy, but I definitely do want to have a conversation with you guys, just about a conversation. Hold on. Sorry, my phone is ugh about a balance, right? So I had just called my dad, and I was like, "Hey, Dad, are you coming to my mom's dad's funeral?" And he was like, he got plans. So I was trying to tell me if I'm wrong, right? So I was like, Dad, I was like, I feel like that's a smack in the face because, I'm like, my mom's dad, welcomed you with open arms. I was like, I think that is just rude that you don't be there. And I was like, when your mom passed away, my mom was front and center. And so I'm sorry, I'm just trying to like get my phone to look a lot better. It just looks mad foggy. And I know that's gonna probably drive you crazy. Right? So I was like, Dad, I was like, I feel like that's a smack in the face, you know? So he was, damn, y'all see how bad my phone look right now? Hold on. So he was like, I can't make it. I said, I think that's rude. I said, because this man welcomed you with open arms. And I said, my mom was there for you when your mom passed. And the least you could do is reciprocate it back to her and, her family. So then I went on to him and I said, I can even call out the time when my son had his tonsils taken out and you weren't there because you said that you had people coming over your home. I mean, respectfully speaking, to me, respectfully, that's not important. I'm like, my son having his tonsils taken out is more important than you having people coming over your home because, this is your only grandchild. So it kind of made me go back to that and it definitely did make me feel away. I'm so sorry. My phone is so foggy. I promise you, like, I don't know why. I try to, like, y'all see how foggy I am? I don't know what's going on. Hold on, y'all. Let me try to go off and get back on. Am I too foggy, you guys? I'm trying to wipe it off. I don't know if that's a problem. I don't know if it's part right here. I don't know. But that might look better. That might look worse. I don't know. I apologize because I look real foggy. So I was like, I'm not trying to be rude, but I was like, I'm starting to feel that there's a balance in life, right? I don't know. Is it? It might be. Let me see. Is it the sun? No, it's not the sun. It's my phone. Definitely is my phone. I'm trying to like clean the inside of it out and stuff like that to see because that's where I just covered it at. So, okay, there we go. Now I'm back. Okay, now I'm back. And I was like, I said, I feel that there's a balance in life when it comes to saying you care about somebody and showing you care about somebody. I said, and at this point, you're not presenting a balance. And I'm starting to get frustrated. And, for anything that my dad has done, I have forgiven him 100%. And then it started to make me think about like operations and surgeries that I had when I was younger and my dad wasn't there. So now it's all that is coming back. And now I'm getting slightly flustered. And I'm saying to myself, well, speaking to myself in third party, well, Amanda, if you forgave him, then you need to forgive him for everything. You shouldn't bring it up. But for some reason, it bothered my spirit. It's bothering my soul. It's bothering me that you texted me with my son yesterday saying that you are hurt to see him going through this, but you have not been to not one doctor's appointment. I said you've been home sitting on the couch. I am still able to come get you and bring you to my house to Noah's doctor's appointment, and I'm even willing to bring you back home. Respectfully speaking, I am willing to do everything for you, and all I am asking is that you show up. I want to know, am I wrong for the way I feel because I'm older and I should be doing it by myself? I genuinely want to know, am I wrong? And it's crazy because my mom has been even with her dad passing, my mom made it to the appointment yesterday. So I'm not I'm trying to have an understanding. I am trying to have an explanation. I'm trying to make his explanations make sense to me. I'm trying to have an understanding of, okay, what am I doing wrong? And when I start to question myself, I get flustered because I even told my father, I said, with me being your daughter, even with you not being there for my son, I am still willing to be there for you as my dad. And I said, I said, there's a balance in life with showing that you care and saying you care. And I said, right now, you are not presenting a balance, and I don't appreciate it. I do not appreciate it. And I said, see, if I start tripping, going back to my old ways, not giving two darns, two nickels, two pennies, and two dimes is gonna be up. I'm crazy. I'm ignorant. I'm belligerent. I said, see, this is when stuff like this starts to happen in my mind. And I don't want that again. So I'm saying to myself, am I wrong for even keeping you up to date when you've never been there? Am I wrong for still being there for you as my father? You've never been there for my son. And I'm asking myself, is it me? And I specifically said, yo, it feels like I care too much. And I said, there's a balance. And I said, for some reason, other people are not presenting the balance that I am being able to present. And I'm not appreciative of it anymore. And I don't want to deal with it anymore. I do not. I said, so at this point, I'm ready to just erase everybody off my scoreboard and be like, yo, if you're not there, respectfully speaking, I'm not going to be there because I'm asking myself, is it me? Is it me that just cares too much? And I'm like, it can be me because I'm willing to drop everything for everybody, but nobody's willing to reciprocate. I'm not doing it anymore. So when people start getting my old ways of I don't care and don't call me, they don't got nothing to do with me, I'm going to need that to be respected because I'm going to give the same energy that people are giving me. That part. I'm not dealing with it no more. Like, I'm sick of it. There's a balance between me being a mother, a daughter, a sister, a friend, a coworker, existing me feel away. Give me feel away. Good morning. Good morning. So it's definitely making me feel away, and I don't appreciate it. I'm over the fact that me always being kind and generous and nice and sweet and understanding. I'm over it. I'm at the point where I'm gonna really just start saying again, oh, I don't care. And then when people get that side of me, it becomes I'm crazy, I'm immature, I don't know how to have a conversation, or I'm not willing to listen. No, I was willing to listen and be understanding and respectful for too long. That's the problem. And then when I start going right back to my old ways, it becomes up. There she goes. Yes, there she is. Do you want to meet her? It's so frustrating to where I'm telling myself, yo, I know that there's a balance. I was taught that there's a balance. I have been understanding. I'm extremely understanding. I'm extremely coherent of what's going on. I'm completely sentimental pertaining to things that are happening and sympathetic. So what is happening? Like, it's either you genuinely care and you want to be there, or you genuinely just don't care and you just don't want to be there. You just want to say, hey, I sent a text. Hey, I called. Okay, well, were you there? Was your presence even there? Oh, no, but I called. I'm making my way to go to West Bumble to make sure that you good. Okay? Never had a problem with it. What is the problem? Like, I genuinely want to know, what is it? I just don't like certain things like that because it becomes extremely frustrating to where it's like, okay, why is this happening? You know, like, why is it that I am strategically not spending my time or me working or me working jobs and me putting in the effort to be somewhere and show people, yes, I'm here because I'm going to show up for you. You understand what I'm saying? I have an understanding again of there being a balance in life. I have that understanding. I need people that are older to be able to have the same thing because I'm at the point to where the next older person that says something crazy or that does something crazy, I promise you, I'm gonna walk away because at this point I'm sick of it. I can't deal with the I didn't know, I wasn't there, I had something to do. Okay, well when I have things to do, I still make sure that I'm there. So for me, it's no excuses. And I promise you, it's just not. It's just really just not. It seems like you're doing everything and getting nothing in return, and that's the problem that I'm having. Oh, good morning, lovely. Good morning to you. Good morning. So it just becomes to where I say, okay, like I'm done. Don't call me. Don't ask me for nothing, and that's gonna go for anybody at this point because I'm sick of the nonsense. Like I just, what is with all the excuses? And y'all know I tell my 9-year-old, there's no excuse or reason in this world why you can't be there for somebody who is there for you. So I don't want to hear it. So my thing is, if I'm giving you this energy, I need you to give it back to me. I need you to be like, yo, let me be there for you. Yeah, let you be there for me. I was extreme, and I said to my dad, I was like, I said, it even brings me back to when I had my first surgery on my eye. You weren't even there. And I said, and in my mind, I'm saying to myself, girl, why are you bringing this up? Why are you even bothering? And obviously, it's still bothering me. It's still bothering me that he wasn't there. And at the age that I am now, you would think that I've made peace with it, but obviously, I have not. And I'm able to say, yo, I haven't made peace with it. And I'm trying to talk to him in a very respectful manner because that's still my father. And I'm still trying to be understanding, respectful, humble, and kind, and watch, my tone and how I speak to him as my father. But it's bothering me. It's bothering me that you weren't there for me, but now you're not there for my son. Knowing what my son is going through, so I have no words. I have no words to then, but just to say, you know what, I tap out. I quit. I'm not doing it. Don't call me. That's honestly that how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling like, yo, just leave me be. Leave me be, and I just leave you be. That's pretty much how what I'm getting at right now. And I just, I never in my life want to walk away from my parents because they're older, right? So my mindset is always whatever they do, you have to forgive them. God will want you to forgive them. Let God handle that on His own time, girl. You let that go and you move on with your life. But Lord knows it is bothering me so bad. because it just made me goes back to the times that he wasn't there, and I'm saying to myself, you haven't forgiven him, and I'm telling myself, yo, you're not healed. You think you are, but you're not, and I'm able to say I'm not healed from it because it's bothering me, and when I'm sitting here, I'm having this conversation with him, and I'm giving him the floor, and he's becoming extremely deflective. I'm getting flustered because I just said something that about a few days ago. I've noticed that when a situation has something to do with you, you deflect on it. I say you're just like my mother. When me and my sister were trying to talk to you, and you and my mom, you all deflect. I'm like, my mom will walk away from it because she just don't want to hear the truth, and I'm like, you just go as if you got amnesia and you just don't remember. So it's extremely frustrating. That's why I try to tell my son, baby, there's a balance in life with what you say and baby, what you show. I'm gonna need you to understand that what you say it needs to match with what you show, and what you show needs to match with what you say. I'm telling my son in life, I genuinely believe there is a balance in everything you do and everything you say. Both have to match because if one is not matching, baby, what type of scale you on? You know what I'm saying? So there's a balance in life. There genuinely is a balance, and if I can't present this to my son, he can't present it to the world because I'm still hurt at something. I have to let that go. But I just, I don't know. No, I do know. It's bothering me. It's bothering me. I don't appreciate it, and I don't like it, and it's frustrating, and it makes me it makes me mad. It genuinely does, and I've always tell myself, "No, you good," and it's crazy because and I'm speaking about it. I'm literally saying in my mind, "Yo, don't bring it up, don't bring it up, don't bring it up," because he don't care, he don't care, he don't care, he don't care, he don't care. And he was like, "Oh, why are you bringing this up?" Because it's a reflection on you not being there for him, but you weren't there for me. So it's showing. And I say, you make time for the people you do care about. And that's fine. But I'm going to need you to respectfully don't call me because I'm sick of it. And it takes a lot to get me here. Because I've put up with, y'all wouldn't even, I promise you, if I was to tell you my story, I promise you wouldn't believe my story. That's just how much I done been through, okay? So you say to yourself, okay, I done ate everything, I done dealt with everything. God, what more do you want? How much more of a bigger pill do you want me to swallow? Because at this point, I'm ready to just crush it up and leave it in the dust, okay? That's what I'm feeling. So I have to be able to lead by an example. But when these things are still bothering me, I should be able to go to my parent and say, this is a bother, this is an issue without you deflecting. That's not being a parent to me. And there are some people that may say, oh, well, you're not a child no more. No, I'm not. But obviously, that inner child in me is still bothered by him not being there because you're not there for my son. And I'm able to own it, and I'm able to admit it, and I'm able to say, hey, I have an issue with that. Hey, I have a problem with that. Like, you know what I mean? Hold on, let me turn my window down because it's going to say my fingers pushing over there. So that's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm at right now. That's literally where I'm at right now. So where I just want to say, go with the wind. Go on with the wind, okay? Go on with the wind, fabulous, as Kenya Moore would say. Okay? Oh, I think I see what it is now. Ooh, I did not finish that shit on my phone. There I go. Sorry, you guys. So, and I can honestly say it feels good for me to be able to admit it and say it out loud and to be able to share it and express it and still be respectful. And that's where I have the problem at because when it's not being reciprocated, I have an issue. Because now I'm saying to myself, well, how much more respectful can I be? Like, how much more open can I be? How much more honest can I be? How much more vulnerable can I be with you for you to just downplay my feelings every time you just keep downplaying them? That's not that. It's not a balance. Like, there needs to be a balance of communication between a father and a daughter. or a mother and a son, or a mother and a daughter, or whatever the case may be. There has to be a balance somewhere. And I kept saying, well, where is the balance? Because I know I'm not tripping. Now people be looking at me like I'm the one that's crazy. No, like I promise you, I'm not. It is extremely frustrating because I'm so open and I'm so honest and I'm so respectful. When do I have the right to say, yo, I'm out? When, and I never want to do that because I always want to continue to be there. But at some point, at some time, baby, I gotta close that book. I gotta close the chapter because it's becoming frustrating. And I always say to myself, my parents are getting older. My parents are getting older, so I always try to make sure that things are so much easier for them and on them because I'm younger, they're older. I'm their daughter. I'm supposed to be there. Listen, this point, this point, I'm still gonna be there. And it's Lord knows I feel it's gonna be a difficult road. I genuinely do because I'm not healed from it. And I've shared that, I've expressed that, and it got ignored. So I got to leave it alone and give it to God and just not even bring it up. That's going to take me some time. And I'm able to say that. I'm able to be like, you know what? I'm not healed from it yet. And maybe in time, but I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. And I can openly, honestly say I'm not. And then it becomes a difficult question to say, well, do you even tell him what's going on when he's not there? Or do you just say nothing and just leave him out of it? So knowing that that's still his grandfather. So I don't know. I got a lot of decision making to do. So I don't know. Like I genuinely just don't know. And I like about myself is that I can own where I'm not healed from something, or I can own when I need to have a conversation. And I can have a conversation. I can have a respectful conversation about me hurting, and that's working a way for me to be healed. I can have open conversations about this and still be respectful, still be calm and level headed because I'm a grown woman. But at the end of the day, it's still about hurting me. You hurt me by not being there. So how can we fix this? Do you want to fix this? If you don't want to fix it, I will give it to God and I'll leave it alone. If you do want to fix it, talk to me about it. Own it and apologize to me. Let's just close the chapter and let's just move on from it. But if I'm not getting that, I gotta give it to God and leave it alone because it's making me see you're gonna be there for who's important to you, and I understand. But at some point, at some time, I'm gonna have to close my chapter, and I'm gonna have to stop being there. I'm gonna have to stop trying to finesse my schedule on something that makes it work for you. At some point, and at some time, I'm gonna choose. And I'm so tired of not choosing me. Like I swim to you, I'm sick and tired. I haven't chosen me in so long. Okay, putting somebody before me. At some point, at some time, I'm gonna say, nah, I can't do that for you. I can't be there for you. I can't be that for you because I'm choosing me. And that goes with being a mother, being a daughter, being a sister, being a friend. All these things have a balance. So right now, my is like this, like a roller coaster, like up, down, up, right, down, east, north, south. It's like what in the heck? So I'm blessed that I'm able to say, yeah, I'm hurting. Yeah, it's bothering me. What is the next step to healing? That's what I'm asking. What is the next step to you taking responsibility, you owning accountability. What do we do for that to happen? If you are showing me nothing, and if you're giving me nothing, and if you're telling me nothing, I don't want nothing then. Simple as that. I want someone to be able to come to me and say, yo, this is what I did. I apologize. I keep telling people, don't just say, oh, I apologize. Tell me what you're apologizing for. Own it. Own it. If I have an argument with somebody and if they call me out of my name, I don't want them to just say, oh, I apologize. No, what are you apologizing for? I want you to tell me what you are apologizing for so we know moving forward. You have knowledge on, okay, I know what I'm apologizing for. I'm taking accountability and responsibility, and I'm going to say what I'm apologizing for. So that way, moving forward, I have knowledge on what I'm not going to do, what I'm not going to say, how I'm not going to move, how I'm not going to respond. There's a lot of things that we can have pertaining to healing if we just have a conversation. I promise you, that's it. So if you have to tell them that, won't it take away from the insecurity of it? Um, Not really, because sometimes I can move away to where it could possibly hurt someone, and I don't know that that's not how they rock or that's not how they move. So I would want somebody to tell me, yo, this is what you did that hurt me, or this is what you did that had upset me. I don't think it takes away the insecurity of it, because now I have knowledge on, okay, what are your insecurities? So now that I know that, I'm not gonna move like that. I'm not gonna rock like that. I'm not gonna sway like that. I'm not gonna be on that. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Meaning you have to just leave them to it to figure it out. But that's the thing, people can't read your mind, and if somebody can't read your mind, then they're not going to know what's wrong, because if you move indifferent, somebody's going to ask you, well, hey, what's the matter, what did I do? I do think it is your responsibility to then say, as a grown adult, hey, this is what's bothering me. If I can't read your mind, I'm not going to know what's wrong with you. Again, I could want to go left, you could want to go right. Somebody gonna get there sooner than the other person is. So if you take it away and you get there shorter, I'll be like, oh well, dang, next time I know, I'll move the way you move it. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, Double B. Figure it out for themselves. Somebody can figure something out for themselves if they don't know what's wrong. To be faithful and sincere from the beginning. But that's what I'm saying. Or you could just not wait and just be like, yo, I don't appreciate what you did. Again, you can't read somebody's mind. So sometimes you do have to tell someone what's wrong, or sometimes someone can say, okay, I think this is what I did that's wrong, but I would rather go to someone than for them to think that they did something wrong, because they're not gonna know. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, okay, 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 okay. Family is a gift and a curse. See that again. Jesus. They can help you or hinder you in life, but if you gotta compromise your peace, then it's best to keep distance from social. Oh, keep distance and social. Sorry, I don't know if this is glasses. I agree, 100%. I definitely do agree. I believe that family can be a gift and a curse, because listen, they could drive you crazy, but then when something go down, you be like, I'm coming, calling the squad. You know what I'm saying? So again, the word I'm gonna throw is, there has to be a balance. There has to be a balance somewhere with communication, conversation, and healing. I have to be able to have these things with you. And if I cannot have these things, and if I am of this age and I am aware of that, I acknowledge that, you being older, I genuinely would believe that you would have that. Two different generations, two different thoughts. I understand that. I respect that. But I need for my thoughts and my mind and my heart and my feelings to get accommodated for. I need you to take accountability. And if you cannot, I can leave it there. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me turn on my car again. My phone hot. Where is Triple J? Where is Daryl? Okay, and I want to know, did he get his promotion? I want to know how is Kiwa's, not Key, I keep calling her Kiwa. Kiwi. I would love to know how her mom and how she is doing. Yes, I didn't forget. And Money J was on here, being a pain in my behind, as y'all already know. He's a little pain in the butt. um, I know James was on here. Hi, double B to your wife and you. Hello. Hi, family. How are you guys? Um, I just believe like that there's a balance. And I'm very big on, y'all know, like I am very big on taking accountability, taking responsibility for anything I've done wrong, anyone that I've hurt, or anyone that I've made cry. I have, most importantly, I've gone to God for it, and I've tried to go to them. And at that point, if someone, like I said, is not ready to take my apology, that is fine. But something I refuse to do, right? And this is going to be a little hypocritical, so bear with me, right? I do believe that in life, you should be able to apologize about something that you've done. Sometimes people are not in the right mind space or the right heart space to take and or accept your apology at that time. I don't know how some people are, because some people can say, okay, well, I'm trying to come to you. Someone can still be hurt. They may not be ready for an apology, right? And then you may say to yourself, well, all right, since I know I tried to come to you, I'm not going to apologize to you anymore because I've already tried to come to you. Someone else may think in their mind from what you put them through that they aren't entitled for you to come to them when they're ready. Well, baby, I'm sorry, it don't work like that. Once someone apologizes to you, and if it's sincere and if you know it's truly, from the heart, that's where your healing process can begin. And it takes you to either accept it and move on or not accept it and just move on with your life. But there's no reason to carry it. Like how I'm carrying my hurt, it's no reason to carry it because I'm of age. But again, it people take a long time to heal sometimes, and I can say I'm not healed from it. I'm not. There has to be mutual respect and understanding, no reflection or animosity, just willing to understand and come to amicable solution. I agree. I definitely do agree. I definitely agree. And when one party has that mindset and that spirit and that soul and that thought process of, I hear you, I'm here. But the other person is like, oh, yeah, well, whatever. It's not going to work. Because, like you said, if there's no mutual respect, there's no balance. If you're not going to respect how I feel, I can't respect that you're trying to apologize because it's not going to be sincere. It's not going to be, heartfelt. And it's going to just be like, yeah, I'm just apologizing because I just want to say I'm sorry. No, I need you to mean this. You understand what I'm saying? Mean this. Or it can be to where you hurt somebody so bad, they just don't want nothing to do with your ass no more. Okay? Some people like, oh, listen, you got to go. I don't give a darn how many times you apologize. You got to go. Okay? Like sometimes you burn your bridges. Is it worth it? No, it's just not. Ooh, sorry, I gotta keep turning my AC on because my phone is hot and I don't want it to overheat. So that's all a good thing. And again, people on here could definitely disagree with. I'm cool with it. I just I just feel away. That's all it is, baby. So if there's not a balance with mutual respect and understanding, there's no need to even have a conversation. Whew, sorry, that's really coming out. Woo! So I think that in this moment, right? I think it's best I just give it to God because I can see if I haven't tried to go to my dad, and I have. So, and I take a lot of these things as lessons for myself of being a mother because I always tell my son what's important to me is his feelings. Like I always tell my son, the way you feel about something like is extremely important to me because as your mother, I want to know what's wrong. And I want you to be able to come to me and feel safe with coming to me when something is wrong. I want to be able to, I want you to be able to come to me. I believe in respecting elders, but I also believe elders gotta respect and listen to younger people as well. I agree, right? And I'm not. I listen. Let me tell you something. I will let an old person cuss me out like it is no tomorrow. Like I swear to you, okay? They can call me a boy-headed bum bird beach. Listen, and I will sit there. Yes, ma'am. I'm not saying nothing because you won't get me in trouble with God. No, no, thank you, ma'am. No, okay. So I agree. You know what I'm saying? I agree because first of all, I'm scared of God, and you ain't gonna get me in trouble. Like especially when you was raised that way, you have to respect your elders. Cool. But I genuinely do stand on a standpoint of I do believe that elders should be willing to. Hi, Olivia. That elders should be able to listen to us and have an understanding of where we coming from. And sometimes they may say sometimes some young people could probably be coming with nonsense and they're like, listen, little youngster, I don't want to hear that, because I know what I'm talking about. And I'm not listen. Some older people, I'm not being disrespectful. They don't know what they talking about. I'm just saying, they don't. But then you have some elderly people who they can look at you and they be like, baby, I see right through you. Yes, ma'am. Okay, like some of them, they just so well grounded, right? To where they've been taught, but they've been taught right. You understand what I'm saying? Like it was back in the day taught, okay? Not like it is now. To where basically a child was running the home, oh no, mommy and daddy ran that home. Yes, ma'am. You understand what I'm saying? So I do believe that respect goes both ways. Again, a balance. Okay, my new favorite word is gonna be balance. So there's a balance with respect from however old you are or however young you are. There needs to be a balance. You understand what I'm saying? There has to be a balance of I respect you, respect me. You want me to hear you out, can you please respect me, hear me out? That's all I'm saying. I I agree. I do not disagree with anything you're saying. I definitely do agree. I agree. Listen, somebody older would try to hit me with a stick, I'm gonna haul ass. I'm gonna take off, okay? I'm gonna sprint like I was in high school. Gotta go, cause you hit me. You know what I'm saying? Honest to God, everybody believes the same color blood. We are all one. We just, different genders, different heights, different weight. Baby, you put your pants on the same way I put my pants on. Unless you put your pants on backwards. But other than that, you put your pants on the same way I put my pants on. You may wash different from me, but listen, if somebody pinch you, you gonna say ouch. We are all one, right? So my thing is why instead of trying to fight each other, why not just be there for each other? And y'all know I'm so big on community and humanity and just being there for one another. What is wrong with it? Like what happened? This is where I go to say what happened to good morning, hello, have a good day, holding the door open for somebody. It's like those things just became ugh, ugh, ugh. What happened to it? What happened to something is wrong? You have a conversation with me in private. I have a conversation with you in private. Tom, Jerry, Janet, they don't need to know what's going on, baby. Keep home. People do need God more. And again, some people don't believe in God. So how do you move when someone doesn't believe in God? How do you move? How do you talk to them? How do you speak to them? They may feel different than you do. It's still, unfortunately, you still gotta respect it. You can't make somebody believe what you believe because people will say, well, I don't see him, baby. I see him. I feel him. I know it was not no alarm clock that got me up this morning, okay? I know it was not no freaking bird chirping that got me up this morning. That was by nobody by the grace of God that got me up this morning. Because, baby, somebody didn't get the same opportunity I got. So I'm going to make the best out of my today. Simple as that. I would love to have a lot of God more. Because let me tell you something, I can't quote not one scripture in the Bible. I am not perfect, okay? But let me tell you something. When it gets to times like this, I go to God. I got to leave it there. I can't fix someone who's not willing to be fixed. I can't heal someone who's not willing to be healed, including myself. I was ready. He's not. I got to leave it alone. You understand what I'm saying? And this is just me being as real with you guys as I can. Like, you got to leave it alone. You know, you got to be like, you know what, God? I tried. You see me try on a respectful level, very humbly, very honest, very vulnerable. Father, you see he's not ready to accept it. I give it to you, and I'm gonna move on, and I'm still gonna be there. I'm still gonna be there for you because you're my father. I'm gonna be there for you till the day you close your eyes. I'm still gonna be there. Hi, Lala. That's all. I'm not going nowhere. You know, so you're stuck with me. You're stuck with me. So you're stuck with me. Simple as that. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I got real deep with it. I got real deep with it. But you know, it's just I wish people did have a lot of God more because I would love to let Jesus in a lot more. Okay, okay, same like I would. So, and I'm owning it. You know, I have no problem with owning my wrong or my fears or my thoughts or my heart. I don't have an issue with them. Just talk to me. If you talk to me, baby, you will get the best conversation you ever had with somebody because I am as real as it gets, okay? You can make 4 quarters, 10 dimes, 20 nickels, and 100 pennies with me, okay? Like, seriously, honest to God, I'm human, talk to me. I have feelings, talk to me. You got feelings, something probably wrong with you. What's the matter? What's wrong? What happened? Talk to me, don't talk at me, talk to me because I'm still your child. Or talk to me, I'm still your friend. Or talk to me because I'm still willing to be here for you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm still willing to be here. I'm right here. But use me while you can and have this conversation because tomorrow is not. Today ain't even promised for everybody. Like, what? Somebody's not going to make it through today. Guarantee it. Somebody's not going to make it through today. Guarantee it. And as sad as that is to say, somebody's not going to make it through today. So what happened to you not being mad at them, just saying good morning, I love you before they walk off that door? Because you don't know. Tomorrow is not promised. Today is not promised. You understand what I'm saying? So I love you. I'm here. What's wrong with it? We can figure this out together if you just come to me. Don't go to everybody else. Don't go to the streets, baby. They don't lie to you. Come to me. You want to know something about me, within me, pertaining to me. Come to me. Don't go to nobody else because they're going to lie to you. They don't know my heart. They don't know my stories. They don't know my trials. They don't know my tribulations. They don't know my weaknesses. They don't know my strength. I know those things about me. Come to me. Don't go to nobody else. They're going to lie to you. Am I wrong? Yes, on here we get real deep. Real deep. I just would like to have a peaceful, honest conversation about me and you and my hurt, my ups, my downs. I want to be able to look back 10 years and say, oh, you remember this and how we got over it? I want to be able to say, you know what? We went through that, but we got over it. I want to be able to say to my son, well, baby, I felt the same way you felt, but this is how I handled it. I want to be that great example to lead by. And I can only do that if I have an understanding of me spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially. I have to make sure that I got me. If I don't got me, I'm a lost soul in this world. And I don't want to be a lost cause. I don't want to be a lost soul. I don't want to just be walking around just existing. I want to be here in this world. Here I am. Here she is. Hello, me, she, her. Yes. Hello. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to just exist because I want to do and be so much more. Not only for myself, but for my son. You understand? You understand? That's all. I just want to be better at me being better as a mother, a daughter, a friend, a sister. Whatever I could work on something to better myself for someone and including myself, I'm cool with it. I don't have an issue with that. I don't. That's all it is. That's all it is. My glasses look like they dirty. I just really believe in the word balance. You give me a little bit of you, I give you a little bit of me. You come to me with respect, I'll always give it back. You come to me with you want to pray, come on. You come to me with you need to take a walk in the park, I'll walk with you. You need me to hold your hand while you just scream to the top of your lungs in the forest. I'm gonna wear some earplugs, but I'm gonna be standing right there with you. I might even yell with you. You understand what I'm saying? I have no problem with being there in the presence in the moment because you need me. I'm here. I don't want to just be a mother. I don't want to just be known as up. She's a mom. I want to be known as that girl that don't mind, being there when it's time to be there. I want to be known as a lady that's like up, yo, you gonna do something up, call A, cause she'll be there. Like, what's wrong? What's the matter? Talk to me. Just what's up? What's the matter? Like I just want to be able to just be there for anybody. That's just me. And I got like 15 more minutes. At one point, I was saying to myself, well, maybe I'm giving too much of myself, and I think that's the issue. I think that I want people to accept me for me to where I'm giving so much of myself because I always expect what I give back. You understand what I'm saying? So I give it and it's never reciprocated. So hi. So I'm personally starting to say, okay, I'm seeing what I'm doing wrong. So I'm gonna start to back off a little bit and until someone can be there the way I am for someone, I'm not giving my all. I will give some, but I'm not going to give you my all. I'm not going to give you my best. I'll give you a little bit because you give me a little bit. The same energy, I'm going to match the same energy. The same attitude, I'm going to match the same attitude. Or sometimes I'm just going to say, what, this isn't even worth it. God bless you. Goodbye. I'm so willing to walk away from something and or someone because it's not good for my spirit. And again, if you want to come and have a conversation, I'm cool with it as long as it's an adult conversation to where I'm respected and you hear me out and I hear you out. I'm fine with it. I'm never against a conversation to fix something. It can be a conversation to where I could be like, okay, you want to fix this? To keep it real, I don't want to fix it, but I am willing to have this conversation and just say, God bless you. You understand what I'm saying? So it's never me to be not understanding or ungrateful. It's just, I'm in a space where God bless you. That's all. I don't gotta sit there and rah rah this and rah rah that. I'm not doing that because I be getting wrinkles. No. Like I want to age gracefully and peacefully and beautifully. Okay, so I'm not giving you that. I'm not gonna get that because it's not called for. I've just noticed that I give way too much of myself because when I love, I love with my heart on my sleeve, right? I do, and I gotta stop doing that. And I gotta tell myself, girl, stop it. Everybody's not gonna be as caring and humble and understanding and giving as I am, and that's cool. Cause baby, I see it now. Okay, so until I can get that, I'll give that. Since I haven't been able to get that, I'm going to keep me with me. That's all. It's never to be right that. Like I'm not doing all that crazy mess. I'm just not doing it. I promise you, I'm not doing all of that. Like that's then you got the vein popping up right here. Like man, no, no how much energy it takes for your vein to pop up right here. Like, you really gotta be pissed at somebody like that. No, thank you. I'm not. Have a good day. And I still walk away clean as a whistle. You understand what I'm saying? With my peace of mind and my thoughts, and most importantly, with God. That's all. That's it. I'm not finna 1, 2, 3 with you. Come to me when you're ready, and I'll always be willing to listen. That's all I'm saying. Yes, I am rubbing this on my feet because it's fun. I don't want that to happen. Look, you guys. Oh, MG, I got tissue in my car somewhere. I don't want to be sticky. Oh, I got tissue right here. That's all. It's no biggie. I know what I got to do. And I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to give it to God. And I'm just going to continue to be the best daughter that I can be. But, that's all I can do. That's. Oh, hey, Brian. That's all I can do. I can't do nothing else. So, hopefully, this had helped someone with something if they were going through something similar, or you were able to look at something from a different perspective. Hopefully, it made you not angry at something and or someone, because I'm telling you, it's not worth it. And if you notice that someone isn't giving you that same energy, please don't keep giving it to somebody, because to be honest with you, they don't deserve it. And I'm going to be real with you, because I gave somebody my energy, they didn't deserve it. And I'm able to stay here and say, well, not stay here, but sit here and say they didn't deserve it. I wish them well. Of course, I would never. They didn't deserve my energy. They didn't deserve my time. They didn't deserve nothing pertaining to me, because I felt I was too good. And sometimes you can be too good for somebody, and then sometimes you can be like, okay, you just a darn problem at this point. You understand what I'm saying? But I never want to go in with problems. I never want to go in with issues. I always want to come in being honest and just, letting people know, hey, this is ABC XYZ 1, 2, 3. So I'm always gonna keep it real as I can. So that's that. I'm about to get off here soon, guys, because I got to go get my baby in a few minutes. But I wanted to know before I get off, does anybody have any questions at all pertaining to anything or anything that I've said today or anything that I've gone through? Do you guys have any ways for me to be able to accept anything? Again, I'm willing to hear you guys out and, have an understanding of how you guys go through something. I could probably handle it in that manner, and it might work for me. So I'm always willing to hear you guys' suggestions. So please don't ever be fearful of not being able to continue, with an idea or with something, or if you have topics or conversations that you want to talk about, I'm more than willing to talk about them. You guys can hit me up in my email any given time, amanda.angel@ymail.com. You guys already know. I took off Instagram because it's just too much. So if you guys are wondering what happened to that, baby, it's gone. Okay. So this will be my platform, and I probably will make a Patreon with me stretching, probably, and it's just gonna be fully stretching, nothing. All right, you guys. I'm gonna go, and I will be back on here later. So if you guys have any questions, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about what I said. If you have any concerns or questions, comment down below. Let me know, or you can hit me up in my email with anything that you want me to talk about, or any suggestions, or if you're going to do anything, let me know if I can be of any help in any manner, and I'll try to help you out the best that I can. I love you guys. Stay peaceful, stay blessed, stay humble, stay my true hand of beers. I love you. Bye, guys.